Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll let Coach make an opening statement after tonight's loss against Seattle. They took the series 2-0 on us this season, as well as cracked our undefeated home record. We're now 5-1 at home. Kurt, you'll go ahead and make your opening statement, and then we'll open up to some questions. Please raise your hand and I'll call on you.
Credit to Seattle tonight. I thought they certainly set the tone in the first quarter. I thought they did a really nice job trying to disrupt us. I think we had 18 turnovers through the first three quarters, which led to 28 points. So nearly 30 points off of turnovers in the first three quarters really set the tone. They're so talented offensively as it is. You supplement that many points off of turnovers and it's going to be a big story. I thought individually we had some nice performances. Kyla Charles, best game of the year, exciting for her. That's the Kyla Charles that really impacted us in stretches last year. Was really nice to see. Proud to put Dejanay in her first WNBA start. Not an easy team to get your first start against. And then welcome Emma Cannon to the team. She's going to bring us some toughness, obviously. A quick learning curve to get up to speed with our philosophies and plays. But again, a veteran that's going to give us some toughness while Jonquel is away. Their big three are really, really talented. And we got on our heels early with those turnovers, got on our heels early trying to get stops against them. And a credit, you see why they're in first place.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions. Please raise your hand. Rafiq, you can start.
Yeah, Coach, although you did manage to lose by about 23 points, you matched them in the three-point shooting and the field goal shooting from the mid-range. Like, how beneficial was that for you tonight or today?
Again, Rafiq, you mentioned stats. The stat that stands out to me is they got 12 more shots on goal because of those turnovers. That's a big story in the game. Really hard to beat teams that are getting that significant amount of points off turnovers, leading to many more shots on goal. That's the big story. We didn't shoot a bad percentage when we didn't turn it over. 45% is very respectable against Seattle's defense. 40% from the arc. You can't beat an elite team with that many turnovers.
Charlotte?
I know you've had the week to prepare, but what did you learn from gameplay about what you guys are going to need to do without JJ going forward?
Yeah, she just covers up for a lot of ills, right? When we struggled in the upper 30s shooting in the first half, we had one offensive rebound. And again, you have to pick your poison with Seattle. They're the best running team in the league. So you got to sacrifice sometimes the ability to get to the glass and get back. But again, it's those extra possessions. JJ gets you extra possessions. When we weren't shooting well, when you don't shoot well and you have JJ, you need extra possessions. So it magnified our turnovers. So, we struggled at times with Dewana at the 4 in the bubble. We didn't have a great night out of the gate playing Dewana at the 4, but we've got to find a rhythm with her at the 4 at times while JJ's gone. And then we've got to have Emma and Beatrice, Stephanie Jones. Those guys got to step up along with Bree Jones so we can play a traditional lineup and play DB at the 3 in her natural position.
Jacqueline?
Hey, Kurt, I'm just wondering, what are some of your impressions tonight on the spacing and the ball movement?
I think we had 11 field goals at halftime and 8 of them were assisted. We have to move the ball. We're better when we have high assist totals on our baskets. So we had a lot of turnovers, but we had assists on our baskets in the first half. We made some more one-on-one plays in the second half, which was better. I thought we moved the ball better. In the fourth quarter, again, it wasn't always against their starters, but we executed out of their scheming defense, which we had practiced days for, so much better. It's finally settled in. We finally saw a little bit better against their reserves, what we were trying to accomplish against their starters. So, a good fourth quarter in terms of handling the basketball execution. It was our highest scoring quarter, and it all had to do with our passing and sharing the ball, the assist total.
And there seemed to be some rebounds and some, almost turnovers that were in your grasp and then just went Seattle's way. Do you think that was more so just Seattle's defense and their energy, or were there some controllable mistakes there that you guys think you can fix for the next game?
Yeah, I certainly think they out-toughed us in stretches. They won the 50-50 balls. You can't play the clock. You can't play the scoreboard. You just have to keep playing. And I felt like at times we felt defeated because of the scoreboard. And therefore, then we started losing some of those 50-50 balls.
Thanks, Kurt.
Any other questions for Kurt? Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll bring in the next player. Okay, we'll go ahead and get things started. Please raise your hand and we'll call on you. It's okay. Any questions? Rafiq?
Yeah, I spoke to Coach earlier and he's talking about the turnovers that you guys had in today's contest. Like, what do you guys talked about as far as the turnovers?
Oh, Breezy, I think you're muted.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, we should do a better job of taking care of the ball. I think they got like 28 points, I think he said, off of turnover. So if we could take care of the ball and keep them from getting extra shots, and then we put up more shots, I think that would have been a difference maker today, and the game wouldn't have went the direction that it did.
Jacqueline?
I think you're muted.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just what are some of your first impressions from this game without JJ, and what are some of your takeaways moving forward? Did you see any positives that you can kind of take out of this game into the Chicago series?
Yeah, there's definitely some positives. I think our defense, once we got him in the half court and we were in transition, playing defense out of the transition, I think we did a good job that way. But I think it's going to be a lot to make up for JJ, rebounding wise, scoring. So it's going to be everybody collectively taking little bits of what we're missing with JJ and bringing more. Everybody just has to do more when we don't have her.
Thank you.
I've got one. I was like, I'm waiting for it to get called on. So, obviously you've had a week to practice and prepare for, life without JJ for a moment, but you don't learn officially until you're in this game action. So where did you see that kind of be the truth for you guys of not learning fully until you get to put it to the test? And of course, for you guys, you had a big test to go up against this first time.
Yeah, I think it's definitely on the rebounding, defensively, offensively. I think we're used to, JJ just gets rebounds down there that we're just accustomed to her getting, and we're getting second chance points that way, or second chance opportunities on offense. And then I think defensively, we're also missing that rebounding part. She does a good job of guarding these fours and with her length and always being there on the rotation. So I think we finally got to see today in a real game against other teams. And I think we're gonna have good film to watch to be able to prepare for the next game in Chicago.
At the same time, Coach talked about before this game, he said, unintended consequences. I'm excited about the unintended consequences. And that's for you. Certainly there's opportunity here. So now that you've gotten to put it into game action, where do you see the opportunity for you, and where's that excitement come from?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's definitely opportunity for me, just, in the post there, like, being one of the, like starting in the post, I'm going to get those shots that JJ would get those opportunities. But I think also that unintended consequences, there's going to be a lot more focus on me. So it's going to be able to, being able to play out of the double teams that JJ usually gets, or, just making those decisions. And I think I'm ready to accept that challenge. I'm ready to step up.
Thank you.
And I got a picture with him.
Any other questions for
And then
Brianna?
I wore this too. Okay, cool. And then the other
All
side,
right, you're all set.
It's only, oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Kyla had just a season high, just wanted to introduce her and some of her stats, but you can go ahead, Rafiq.
All right, I was gonna say congratulations on your first double figures game of the season, and how good is it to finally contribute a lot more offensively considering the way your team played?
Thank you first. And of course it feels good, but at the same time, we didn't get the win. That's the ultimate goal. But being able to get those extra minutes, those extra reps has just made me a little bit more comfortable. And, hopefully the next team I can make more of a, bigger impact. But my big thing is just staying ready. It's not really about the points. It's just what I can do to help the team. And today it was just me scoring. But, if I can get on the floor and play good defense, get rebounds, get extra possessions for my team, then that's what I really want to do. But, ultimately we didn't get the win, which we wanted to. So, yeah, I can feel good, but at the same time we didn't win. So that's the biggest thing, the team win.
Jacqueline?
Hey, Kyla, I'm just interested in, what was kind of the conversation at halftime, and what were some of those adjustments that you guys were focused on making then?
It was just a lot of things that we can control. We had a lot of turnovers. We let them speed us up. We weren't taking care of the ball. We were getting our usual shots and it wasn't going in. And so it was just coach saying, like, we need to take care of the ball better, because that was leading to their transition. They had a lot of transition points off our turnovers. And just being more aggressive on defense. We weren't dictating as much as we should have. And that was basically it. Coming in the second half, I think we were more aggressive, and we did better on defense. We got more stops, but we have to do that from the beginning of the game. So it's just things that we can build on. It was just a lot of things that we could control.
Any other questions for Kyla? Okay, you're all done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, last but not least, we'll open it up to some questions for Dawana. Please raise your hand and I'll call on you. Rafiq?
Yeah, what are some of the positive takeaways that you can take from this game?
It was a tough game. We were trying to get adjusted, losing, JJ. So it gave us a sense of what we need to work on, which is a lot. But I think Kyla came off the bench and gave us great minutes today. She needed that for her confidence, and she played so well. So we're going to need her down the stretch. We're going to need the bench to, make up for a couple of those points that we missing with JJ. But it was a good game for us to have and kind of practice against, I guess.
Jacqueline?
Hey, Dawana, I know you were a game time decision today. Just how are you feeling physically, and how'd you feel during the game?
Felt good. Just a work in progress, but definitely felt good out there. Tough game, but no complaints.
And Kurt mentioned, that you're gonna have to play at the 4 during this time without JJ. What are just some adjustments that you need to make to be able to do that a little bit more effectively?
I think it's just a work in progress. We got to figure out how to play a whole different style of basketball now when you lose a huge piece like that. So we definitely got to figure out how to play with each other all over again. It's kind of like learning a whole new team. So once we figure that out, once we figure out, each other's tendencies, how I play at the post, and then I think we'll be good.
And you mentioned Kyla briefly, but, just what are your impressions on the bench role, Kyla, Emma, and Dejanay today?
Man, Kyla was great. She came off the bench and played like, Kyla, like she did in the bubble last year. So we asking a lot of her and Dejanay, possibly start, come off the bench and be the spark. It's not easy. So tonight, kudos to her. She played a great game.
Thank you, Dewana.
Charlotte?
Lana, you had mentioned just learning those new tendencies and actually in the game situation. What was that like compared to practice the week before? I know you guys had all that time to prepare, but finally getting that game time experience.
Yeah, it's totally different in practice when you're playing against, each other, and then you're playing against someone that, battling and gets you to win a game. So, it's just trying to figure out a lot. Seattle's a great team. It's a great team to, see what we need to be adjusted because they're the top of the top. So we want to win. You want to beat that team, you got to figure it out. So we'll go back and watch some film and figure out where we went wrong and where we could get more points on the board. And, our turnovers are really bad. So we got to take care of the ball. And against that team, you can't turn the ball over. So definitely got to work on those things.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dewana. You're all set.